Okay, hello, Electro-Resales here again, and a short video describing another product that we have for sale on eBay and Tindy, and details of those sales are going to be in the description below this video. It's called a battery meter, and it's designed for giving you a quick visual monitor of a deep discharge 12 volt battery, such as you might have in a boat or a solar cell system, or you might use in amateur radio or amateur astronomy applications. Like other products that we've developed recently, this again is a three-piece construction, two 1/8" thick acrylic discs, sandwiching a printed circuit board, 4 LEDs. We'll get to what they do in a little bit. Basically, the input comes in here at the bottom in the cutout. You'd put the cables in from your battery. There's a little diode just above that socket, which is for reverse protection. Protects the source and this unit in case you put the power supply in the wrong way around. Otherwise, it's relatively easy and relatively simple to use and understand, and that's what we're going to do now. So, without much further ado, just give you a quick look round the unit. About 2 inches in diameter, about an inch thick. As I say, without too much ado, let's get on to how this thing really works, and let's see it in practice. Okay, I've got the unit hooked up to a bench power supply, and as you can see from the display on the supply, it's reading about 14.1 volts. And if you have a look at the device that's just sitting precariously above it, you can see that 2 of the LEDs are now on. That's the green and the yellow LED next to it. And this is exactly what you'd want from a battery or a source that's at full charge. Obviously, if the voltage is higher than that, the LEDs will stay as they are. But the trick here is that as the voltage goes down, the battery starts to discharge under use. The LED that's lit at any one time gives you a very quick indication of how the battery is and what the state of charge is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simulate a battery discharging by just altering the voltage on this supply. As you can see, quite quickly, as we go down to about 13.9, or basically as soon as we drop below 14 volts, that green LED goes out and the yellow LED stays on. And this is exactly what we want. And basically what we're going to see here is that as the voltage drops slowly, the discharge occurs in your battery, that LED stays on until we get to about, in fact, I think I'm trying to get that 12.5 volts, it's still on, and then as we come down past 12.5 to 12.4, the second yellow LEDs come on, and that's basically the indicator to you that you've got to a point where you need to start thinking about charging the battery or changing it or doing something different. You might have a generator that you can use. You might want to start your car up if you're using a car battery and start getting the battery charged again off the alternator, or whatever. This is really your indication that something needs to be done about the charge of your battery, and needs to be done quite quickly. And now what happens is that as the voltage drops down, so that LED stays on, but should it get to anywhere near 10 or just on 10 volts, you'll notice there that the red LEDs come on, and this is really almost superfluous, but it's basically telling you that you've got to 10 volts and that the battery has effectively discharged and you need to charge it before you can use it again. The major use for the red LED is not to tell you that the battery's discharged, because you'd know this if you are using it in the field. This is to give you a quick indication of a battery that you've had in storage for a while. Maybe you've pulled one out from under the bench or in the garage, and you don't know what its charge is. You hook this unit up to it, and if the red LED comes on, you've got to get it charged before you can do anything with it. So that's really what that's more for. And as you can see, as we just tone it back up again, as soon as we get towards about 11 volts, that red LED goes out, the yellow one stays on, and then as we go up, we get to that transition of 12.4, 12.5. It wouldn't be quite as clear-cut in practice. It would flicker a little bit, but that's the idea. And then up at 14 again, there you are, the green LED's on, showing that it's fully charged or is charging. So that's the unit in use. Okay then, there we have it, the Electro-Resales battery meter. A very simple but very effective piece of equipment designed to allow you to keep a good eye on a deep discharge battery if you happen to be using one off the grid, so to speak. As I said earlier, constructed with strong 1/8" thick acrylic discs, laser cut, sandwiching a printed circuit board, a couple of nylon spacers per stainless steel bolt in this instance. There you have it. Thanks a lot for watching. This is Electro-Resales. We'll catch you next time.